This video is brought to you by Longoni Cues.
Hi pool players, it's the Terminator. Welcome back to another episode of Terminator Tips. I just got back from the European Championships in Antalya, Turkey, and what I want to do with you in this video is two things. First of all, I want to give you a tool that I use in the post-match feedback for competitive pool players course, and I'm going to show you how I analyze myself from the past European Championships, what went well, what needs work, and what can we do to fix this. And then, of course, in the second part of the video, this is what you've all been waiting for. For 1 month, we've had an incredible amount of contestants and entries for the giveaway of the Flames Cue by Pierluigi Longoni himself. This puppy right here is going to be drawn out for one of you guys. So stay tuned to the end of this video. So you're going to find out who's going to win this one. Okay, pool players, here we go. We're at my pool table, and sometimes it's time to say, we're going to put the cue down, we're going to look in the mirror, and we're going to do some self-reflection. That's a positive thing. Why? Because we get to see what's actually going really well. Even after a bad tournament or a bad match, there's always things that are going well. We have to remember those, we have to emphasize those, and we can get out of a potential funk or slump really quick. Keep that momentum going, that improvement that you all want. Stay on track, keep building your game up, and this tool right here is going to do some magic for you. So the European Championships in Europe, obviously, what does it mean? It's 4 disciplines in the singles, and there's a 5th team discipline. We play straight pool, then we go to 10 ball, then we switch back to 8 ball, and eventually the final discipline is 9 ball, and in between that we play teams. So the event is actually 12 days long. It's a really long event, and there's some challenges. One of the challenges is the format. You qualify rather quickly, but then it's single elimination from the last 64. So it could actually be that if you're starting off rather slow, that you're doing a lot of waiting, and now it's time to get pretty disappointed because you're not getting the results that you were hoping for, wishing for, or prepared for, and now you have to switch back to another discipline. Maybe you can't practice, you're switching from running games to pattern games. It's challenging. Also, the level is really high in Europe at the moment, so it's not easy to get medals. And for me personally, my challenge also was that my break from the table was not very strong already prior to the tournament. The result goal for me and for a lot of Dutch players was to get a medal, and personally for me, I wanted to get a gold medal, and my wish was to get another gold medal in the straight pool discipline because I've won 7 gold medals before in that discipline, and I wanted to get my number 8 desperately. So what were my process goals going into this EC? Long tournament. You can't just show up and expect to get a medal. What are your mini goals, your process goals to reach that ultimate goal? For me, it was staying positive. Even if I lost in a discipline early or in the quarterfinals, I had to try and stay positive and bounce back for the next discipline. I wanted to stay fresh. I didn't want to get burned out. A lot of players are walking into the room, going to breakfast, going back into the hall, watch the matches, and slowly after 4, 5, 6 days, you see that energy just disappearing, and they're not fresh anymore to give that final boost in disciplines that they want to score in. Another process goal was I wanted to stay loose. I didn't want to cramp up. Sometimes in the pattern games like straight pool and 8 ball, there's a tendency to get too minimalistic, and then you start really cramping up for the 10 ball and 9 ball games. Number 3 was my attitude. I always wanted to keep my attitude in check, stay positive, take responsibility for your own actions, take it on the chin when it doesn't work out, and just keep battling till the end and try to reach that goal of a medal and a gold medal. After the smoke cleared, I gave myself 2 chances. I was in the quarterfinals twice. I lost both matches. The last one was a heartbreaker against Joshua. I was up 8-5, lost the match 9-8, didn't get many more chances. I broke weak 2 times in a row in the end. That cost me the match. So the overall result wasn't what I was hoping for, and I have a choice now of two things. I can get really down, be disappointed and negative that I didn't reach my goal. And the other option is do the work right here, analyze myself for this tournament, and keep moving forward relentlessly, like you can do too. So this process is a 3-step rocket, and we're gonna start with number 1. Always ask yourself, pool players, even after a tough loss, what went well? What actually went awesome? Even if you got beat 7-0, 9-0, you showed up trying to do something that you're passionate about. You stepped into your arena, you were brave, and that is a positive thing. Always keep that in mind, pool players. Here's my 4 things that went really, really well during the EC. First of all, I grew in the EC. My level got stronger. I started out a little nervous in straight pool, got to the quarterfinals, didn't get my goal there, and I could have crumbled and stayed negative. But number 2, my attitude was also really strong. I was resetting myself before every discipline, take a fresh start and go in full blast. How was I getting that done? I was having good, solid work ethic fundamentals. I was getting good sleep. I value that a lot. 8 hours of sleep is massive, especially during draining tournaments. I went to the pool room a couple of times. There was a half-hour drive, half-hour back, trying to reset for the next discipline, get some breaks in if it was running games, get a little more shot making and pattern play, for example, for 10 ball or back for 9 ball, practice the break, reset and get ready for that discipline. That was huge for me. Also mentally, I did solid work. I was meditating once, twice a day. I went for walks along the beach to clear my mind. And for the physical side, I tried to do a lot of swimming when I had the chance to stay fit, energized. And also I went to the sauna afterwards to relax my body. So it was a nice, complete, total package. And that resulted in my level going up during those 12 days. I wasn't going down, but I was going up. And I gave myself another quarterfinal opportunity in 9 ball, the final discipline. The next question you have to ask yourself, now we're getting into the nitty-gritty, what needs some work? We're not going to talk to ourselves like, you idiot, you did this wrong, and why didn't this work, and you should have done that. Simply being constructive plus self-caring to yourself, what needs some work? Well, for me, there was a big sign hanging on my head, like I said in the beginning, the break. I have to get my break better. Like I wrote in my social media post, I felt in there, you have to think like this as a competitive player and you want to win gold medals. I felt I was the best, most complete player in that building, but at the same time, I felt my break wasn't even among the first 30 in that building. So I knew I had a weakness. I tried to overcome that by playing really well, which I was doing, but my break just fell behind time and time again in moments when I needed it. And this is something that I need to address in my game. Because of COVID, I didn't break from the box and from the table for a long, long time. And when I started getting back into it, my timing was not there. I was spinning the cue ball. I wasn't getting the impact that I desired. Tried to fix this with many, many hours of training, but I couldn't get it as consistent as I wanted. And there was a problem during the EC. For 10 ball and 8 ball, my solution was to go back to the short rail. So move the cue ball bit back and break with my hand on the short rail, try to pop the cue ball from there. With 8 ball was working pretty good. I was making a lot of balls and running a lot of racks, but for 10 ball it was very inconsistent and eventually it cost me the last 16 match. I basically wasn't breaking good enough. And also in 9 ball, it was off and on. I had a couple of good breaks, switched to a medium break, a longer break, a harder break. Sometimes it worked. Then it went away, tried it once more, didn't work, and that's going to cost you 2 breaks in a row. Then, of course, we come down to the third and final question. What can we do to fix this? How can we improve ourselves to be a better pool player and win more matches? So like I said, for me it's mostly the break, and my technique still comes from about 20 years ago, pool players, when we were breaking full blast, but nowadays with the template, you don't need to do that anymore. You have to elevate your bridge slightly more, hit downwards on the cue ball, about one tip above center, and go for that pop break. And it's not a very big stroke. I've seen that all around me during the EC, and this is something that I really need to work on. I have to minimalize my stroke a bit. Don't get that full extension in there and the leg kick. I don't think I need it anymore, but it's going to take some time. Then also for my 9-ball break, I feel my strength as a breaker lies in a firmer 9-ball break, not those soft or medium breaks. It just feels too inconsistent for me, so I have to really commit to a firmer break, go for that, avoid the one hitting the point on the side, put extra time in that training, and go fresh into the next event. So as I'm discussing this with you, I already feel the energy and my hope of improvement going up. Instead of having low energy, laying on the sofa, being disappointed that I didn't get a medal, I still have good energy. I'm hopeful because I can see where I can improve, because I know and I feel when I get this break down better, I can win another gold medal. I have that inside of me and I'm convinced of that, and that's a great feeling. And I want to share that with you, because if you do this kind of work for yourself, you're going to be more hopeful, more energized, more motivated to go back practicing right away, keep that momentum rolling, and head over to the next event and do better. Okay, pool players, here we go for the second part of the video, the draw of the free Flames Cue giveaway donated by Pierluigi Longoni. This guy's a beast. Remember, it's the exact same playing cue that I play with. There's no difference. It comes with a Longoni shaft. Everything is brand new. We've had over 2,600 comments on the video. Super, super cool. What we're gonna do now, there was too many comments for me to just write them down, cut them out on a piece of paper and draw them out of the hat. I'm going to use a tool here on the computer. I'm going to show you the draw in real time, no fraud, and we're going to see who wins the cue. Let's go. Okay, here we go. I'm going to use this little tool from TubeBuddy to pick a winner for this video. Remember, there was 3 rules to enter the contest. You had to click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and most of all, you had to put your name in the comment, otherwise it's not fair to the other contestants. So if I'm going to pick a winner here and there's no name, I can't use it, wouldn't be fair, then I'm going to pick another winner until we have one with their full name. That person wins the cue. Here we go. Pick a winner. Let's see. It's thinking. Oh, and here's one that doesn't have their name in there. I'm not going to even show who that is. That just would be a heartbreaker. Terribly sorry, it's all in Spanish. Here we go. The next winner, Eugene Canovas. Put me in your contest, Eugene Canovas. You have won the cue, my man. I will be in touch with you. Many congrats, and also a lot of thanks to all the other contestants that were in this free giveaway. Thanks again, everybody, for joining the contest and the giveaway. If you're still interested in the Flames Cue, head over to nielsfeijen.shop. Also for the other version, the Sparkle Cue, Longoni shafts, the Giotto bags, extensions, a lot of good quality stuff there on the shop. Head over there and get yourself one of these beasts. See you over there. There you go, pool players. I really hope you enjoyed this insight of how you can do some reflection, self-analyzing quick, and be on your way again to be motivated and back on fire to do some damage in the pool circuit. Don't forget to check out all the other great content on the channel, pool players. There's tips and lessons here uploaded weekly. And if you're interested in the mental side and more like this, then head over to terminatorcollege.com. Check out all those courses that are just waiting there for you. Take care.